the hidden guardians of shadow. Why darkness is not the enemy. There is a sacred truth that few are ever brave enough to face. Some souls are not chosen by the light, they are refined by the dark. We are taught from the beginning that the light saves, that to be good is to be holy, and that to be in shadow is to be lost. But what if I told you that the most powerful spiritual beings, the ones who do not speak in temples or chant in the open skies, are hidden in the places we run from? The 7 hidden celestial protectors are not guardians of comfort or reward. They are guardians of transformation. They are old, timeless, and they do not care about your social status, your beliefs, or your rituals. They come to those who have been undone by life, to those who have looked into the abyss and didn't blink. And if you are watching this, chances are you are one of them. You didn't choose this path. It chose you through pain, through loss, through the fire of becoming. The first protector comes not when you are ready, but when you are shattered. This is the watcher of the abyss. You will not see it. You will not hear it. But you will feel it when you are at your lowest, when no one calls, when no one understands, when your prayers echo back in silence. The watcher does not save you, it witnesses you. It honors your suffering without judgment, without fixing it, without turning away. And in that sacred witnessing, something ancient activates in you. The realization that your pain is not meaningless. That even in your collapse, something holy is watching. Not from above, but from within. This protector teaches you that presence is sometimes more powerful than rescue. It is the one who says, you are not invisible to the universe. And that knowing alone can be the first thread of healing. So I ask you now, when was the last time you allowed your suffering to be sacred instead of something to hide? When I encountered the second protector, it was not through peace, but through fire. This being is known as the flame that does not burn. It is not here to comfort you. It is here to destroy what you are not. This protector comes when you are ready to stop pretending. It burns away your masks, your fake smiles, your spiritual bypassing, and leaves you face to face with the raw, unfiltered essence of who you really are. It is terrifying, but it is also liberating. The flame that does not burn asked me one question that shifted my entire life. Are you willing to be empty so the truth can fill you? Most aren't. Most want transformation without the cost. But you, dark chosen one, were never meant to play small. You are meant to carry deep truths, and to do that, you must be willing to burn away everything that isn't real. This fire is not your enemy. It is your initiation. The third protector is the most mysterious, and yet the most intimate. It is known only as the one who sings in the void. It comes when words fail, when the pain is too deep to explain, when you sit in silence and your heart feels like an echo chamber. This being doesn't speak, it sings, not with sound but with frequency. It reminds you that joy is not the opposite of sorrow. Joy is the defiance of it. In the darkest moments of your life, this protector hums through your energy field, reminding you that your soul is still alive, still beautiful, still sacred. You may have forgotten how to laugh, how to dance, how to breathe with ease, but your soul hasn't. The one who sings in the void teaches you how to listen again, not to the world, but to the music only your spirit knows. And so I ask you now, not with pressure, but with love. What parts of your soul have you silenced, thinking they were too broken to be heard? These three protectors are only the beginning. They do not come to those who are seeking comfort. They come to those who are seeking truth. And the truth is not always kind. The truth strips you. It empties you. It leaves you raw and real and vulnerable. But in that vulnerability, you become something sacred, something the world desperately needs. You become a mirror, a healer, a reminder that even the broken can be holy, especially the broken. Because while the world worships the light, the most ancient protectors know only those who have walked through darkness without losing their humanity are capable of holding the deepest light. Not the blinding light of ego, but the quiet light of wisdom, of presence, of grace. There are still 4 more protectors, 4 beings who do not arrive gently. They don't sing, they roar, they challenge, they confront. They take you to the edge of yourself and ask you to jump, not to die, but to awaken. The next protector you meet will ask you to abandon every identity you've clung to and walk into the unknown naked and unafraid. So I leave you with this final question before we continue. Are you truly ready to become what your soul came here to be, or are you still negotiating with your fear? The initiators of the edge, the celestial protectors who break you to awaken you. The 4th protector does not arrive quietly. It doesn't wait for permission, nor does it care about your comfort. It is called the Shatterer of Names, and it is the protector of identity death. You will know when this being has entered your life because everything you thought you were will begin to fall apart. Jobs, relationships, beliefs, habits, they will all start to dissolve without your consent. It will feel like life is betraying you. But in truth, it is this celestial force pulling you out of who you are not. This protector shatters the illusion that you are your story, that you are your trauma, that you are your achievements. It breaks the mirrors you've used to see yourself and replaces them with emptiness. Terrifying? Yes, but necessary. Because true power begins when false identity ends. And when everything is stripped away, what remains? That is the real you, the one you've been avoiding, the one you've been becoming. The 5th protector is more subtle, but infinitely more dangerous. It is the keeper of sacred rage. This being does not smile. It does not apologize. It holds within it the fire of justice, the scream of the silenced, the fury of the forgotten. We are taught to fear anger, to hide it, to suppress it. But this protector teaches that rage is not poison, it is medicine when wielded with consciousness. The keeper comes when you've been betrayed too many times, when you've swallowed your truth, when you've denied your power for the sake of peace. It awakens the part of you that says, no more. And it does not do this to destroy. It does this to liberate. The keeper shows you that your anger, when purified through awareness, becomes clarity. It becomes boundaries. It becomes fuel for sacred action. Are you still afraid of your own fire? Or will you learn to hold it like a sword forged in purpose? When I first encountered the 6th protector, I thought I was losing my mind. Not because of chaos, but because of stillness. Imagine everything in your life going silent. Not just the noise around you, but the noise inside. No distractions, no goals, no decides. Just stillness. That is when the guardian of the void between worlds arrives. This being is not here to give you answers. It is here to dissolve the questions. It pulls you into a space where nothing matters, not because life is meaningless, but because meaning itself is being rewritten. The guardian teaches the sacred art of non-doing. It will ask you to sit in the silence long enough to remember the original sound of your existence. This protector is not for the impatient. It is for those willing to die into the now again and again until time itself becomes irrelevant. You will feel like you are floating in nothingness. But stay there long enough, and you will discover the everything hiding behind it. The seventh and final protector is the most paradoxical of all. It is known only as the mirror that bleeds light. This being exists outside form, and when it arrives, it doesn't show itself, it shows you. But not the you think you are. It reveals the version of you that is already whole, already divine, already awake. And the pain of seeing it is almost unbearable. Why? Because it confronts you with every moment you chose fear over truth. Every time you said, "I'm not ready." Every time you dimmed your light so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. The mirror doesn't judge, it illuminates. And when you look into it, you don't just see your potential. You see your sacred responsibility. You are not here to survive. You are here to remember, and then to serve. The mirror that bleeds light is the final initiation. It is the moment you stop seeking and start embodying. So now we have met them all. 7 protectors, 7 initiations, 7 mirrors of truth hidden in the darkest corners of human experience. And here's the most mind-shattering part. They are not separate from you. They are you in higher form. They are fragments of your soul that have been waiting for you to awaken to them. To stop looking outside for saviors and start reclaiming the divine force that lives within your pain, within your fire, within your stillness. The dark chosen ones are not victims of their past. They are alchemists of it. They walk through the flames not to be cleansed, but to find the gold beneath the ash. If you've seen these protectors in dreams, in feelings, in moments of unbearable insight, it's because they've been with you all along. So what now? What do you do with all of this? You live it. You honor your pain as sacred. You stop avoiding the discomfort and start asking it what it's here to teach. You embrace your rage with reverence, not shame. You let your identities die so your truth can breathe. You become still enough to hear the voice behind all voices. And when the mirror appears, you don't look away. You stand. You witness, you remember, because the world doesn't need more light chasers. It needs light keepers who have walked through darkness and emerged not with fear, but with fire. You are not broken, you are becoming, and the protectors, they are watching, waiting, guiding, until you no longer need them because you've become one of them. And so I ask you, not from a place of teaching, but from a place of soul, are you ready to stop surviving your darkness and begin mastering it? Becoming the 8th, what happens when you awaken the celestial within? There comes a moment on every spiritual path when the seeking ends, not because the answers have all been found, but because the seeker dissolves. This is the moment when the dark chosen one becomes something more. Not a master, not a guru, but a living embodiment of the divine paradox. Light born from shadow. This is the 8th stage, the unspoken truth behind the 7 hidden celestial protectors. They were never separate from you. They were the echoes of your higher self, scattered across time and pain and transformation, waiting for you to remember. And when you do, when you finally stop running from your wounds and start listening to their wisdom, you don't just walk with the protectors. You become one. You become the 8th, the awakened, the one who no longer fears the dark because you carry your own sun within it. This isn't about ascension in the way social media sells it. It's not about glowing skin, perfect poses, or constantly feeling high vibe. No, becoming the 8th is gritty, raw, humbling. It means your life becomes a vessel of service. Your pain becomes a path for others to find their own healing. You don't preach, you embody. You don't save, you witness. You don't lead with ego, you lead with presence. The awakened ones are never the loudest in the room. They are the ones whose silence changes the atmosphere. They are the ones others feel safe to break in front of, because your presence says, I have been there, I have crawled through that fire, and I am still here whole. This is the new currency of divinity, authenticity forged in the fire of experience. So how do you know you're becoming the eighth? It begins when you stop asking, when will this be over? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? It's when you no longer run from discomfort but lean into it with curiosity. It's when you stop needing to be seen and start needing to see. It's when your intuition becomes louder than your fear and your boundaries become sacred altars, not walls. You begin to notice subtle shifts. People start coming to you not for advice, but for your energy. Your dreams become more vivid, synchronicities increase, and you begin to feel something ancient rising in your chest, a knowing that you are no longer lost. You are becoming the path itself. And then something even more extraordinary happens. You begin to attract others on this path, not to lead them, but to walk beside them. The dark chosen ones begin to find each other. You'll recognize them not by their words, but by their energy. They will feel like home, like mirrors, like pieces of yourself you forgot. Together you create a field of resonance that awakens others not through force, but through frequency. This is how the new protectors are born. Not in temples, not in mystery schools, but in living rooms, on street corners, in moments of realness so pure that they cut through the noise of the world. You become the initiation. Your life becomes the sacred scripture. But let's be honest, this path is not always glorious. There will be days when you forget. Days when you fall back into smallness, into doubt, into the old wounds. That's okay. Even the protectors fall silent sometimes. What matters is that you return, that you remember, that you forgive yourself quickly and keep going. The eighth is not perfect. The eighth is present, and presence is messy, tender, and holy. You will still cry. You will still rage. But now, you will know how to hold yourself through it. You will know that even in your tears, you are teaching others how to feel. Even in your silence, you are opening a door for someone else to walk through. Here's the ultimate truth. The world does not need more people pretending to be light. It needs people who have walked through their own darkness and come out with lanterns in their hands. It needs you. Not your persona, not your polished image, you. The real, raw, luminous soul that has been forged in the fires of shame, grief, rage, and still came back with compassion. That is your power. That is your blessing. That is why you are still here, not broken, not behind, but becoming the eighth. Becoming the kind of protector this world desperately needs. The kind who doesn't offer answers but offers presence. The kind who doesn't try to fix people but reminds them that they were never broken. So I ask you now, with all the gravity this moment deserves, are you ready to stop waiting for someone to save you and start becoming the one who knows how to walk others home? Because the protectors are watching, not to test you, but to welcome you. They have been waiting for you to remember who you are. And now that you have, what will you do with this knowing? This is not the end. This is the beginning of everything. This is the moment you stop being the student and begin the sacred work of becoming the sanctuary. Welcome. You are one of us now. I didn't believe in them at first. I thought the shadows were just shadows, empty, cold, meaningless. But then life shattered me, and in that shattering, something ancient appeared. It didn't speak. It didn't offer comfort. It just watched. And in that watching, I felt seen in a way I never had before. That was the beginning of awakening to the hidden protectors, celestial forces that don't arrive when you're strong, but when you're undone. You see, most people think the divine only exists in the light. But what if the greatest spiritual power is hidden in the dark? What if the dark isn't the enemy, but the initiation? We've been conditioned to chase light, haven't we? To wear white, to smile through pain, to meditate away our anger. But what if light without shadow is incomplete? What if your pain isn't a flaw in your path, but the path itself? That's what the 7 protectors teach. They do not come to save you. They come to break you open. They come when your life falls apart, not to fix it, but to awaken what's been buried beneath the rubble. Each one shows up when you're ready to stop pretending and start remembering. The first time I met the Watcher of the Abyss, I was at my lowest. No one called. No one cared. My prayers felt like whispers into a void. And then I felt it, not heard, not seen, but felt. A presence that didn't try to fix me, just stayed. It witnessed my pain like it was sacred. And suddenly I wasn't alone. I wasn't invisible. I wasn't broken, I was becoming. That's when I realized sometimes the most healing thing isn't to be rescued. It's to be seen without judgment. So I ask you, when was the last time you let your suffering be sacred? The flame that does not burn came next, and it hurt, but not in the way you'd expect. It burned away everything I was pretending to be. My masks, my spiritualidade, my people-pleasing. It asked me one question that changed my life. Are you willing to be empty so the truth can fill you? I wasn't, not at first. But emptiness, real emptiness, isn't nothingness. It's sacred space. It's the field where truth can finally take root. Let me ask you this. What are you still carrying that you know isn't you? Then came the one who sings in the void. I met this protector not in sound, but in vibration, deep in the silence, after the breakdown, after the fire, when there were no words left, when my soul had become a wound too deep to explain. That's when the song came. Not through ears, but through energy. It reminded me that joy is not the opposite of sorrow. Joy is the rebellion within it. It taught me that even in pain, the soul still sings. That silence isn't emptiness. It's music waiting to be remembered. So I ask you lovingly, what song have you silenced in yourself because you thought no one would understand it? The shatterer of names didn't knock. It crashed into my life like a storm. I lost jobs. Relationships dissolved. Everything that gave me identity fell apart, and I panicked. But then I realized it wasn't destruction, it was truth. I wasn't my career. I wasn't my trauma. I wasn't my story. I was something deeper, something that didn't need a name. This protector doesn't take your life. It returns it to you, naked, raw, real. Who are you when there's nothing left to prove? The keeper of sacred rage came when I could no longer stay silent. When I realized that peace without truth is just another prison. We're taught to fear our anger, to suppress it, to be spiritual and smile. But this protector showed me that rage, when held with clarity, becomes power. It becomes boundaries. It becomes protection, not against others, but for yourself. Rage is not violence. Rage is sacred fire when it's conscious. So let me ask you this. What truth have you swallowed for the sake of keeping the peace? Then the silence deepened. Not the silence of meditation, the silence of nothingness, of floating, of not knowing who I was, what I wanted, or what anything meant. That's when the guardian of the void between worlds arrived. It didn't give me answers. It dissolved my questions. And in that stillness, I remembered something ancient, that I am not here to do but to be. That the universe isn't asking for my performance, it's asking for my presence. Can you sit in silence long enough to remember who you were before the world told you who to be? And finally, the mirror that bleeds light. This one hurt the most, because it showed me who I could have been if I hadn't let fear win. It showed me the version of myself that never dimmed their light to fit in. It didn't judge me, it just reflected. And in that reflection, I saw both my failure and my potential. I saw that I am not here to survive, I'm here to serve. Not with ego, with presence, with love, with embodiment. Are you willing to look into the mirror and not turn away? But then, something strange happened. I stopped seeking. I stopped chasing transformation, because I realized they were never separate. These protectors were not external beings. They were fragments of me, my higher self initiating me through pain, silence, rage, and fire. And when I stopped running, I became the eighth, the one who no longer needs the protectors, because I am now one of them. You are not just here to witness the protectors. You are here to become one. So how do we live this? How do we walk as protectors in a world obsessed with performance and perfection? We live like fire, not to burn others but to warm them. We show up in our rawness. We stop pretending we're okay when we're not. We speak truth even when our voice shakes. We hold space for others, not to give them answers, but to reflect their own. We stop trying to be the light and instead become the ones who can hold it without flinching. The ones who've walked through hell and came back with lanterns in our hands. And now, here's the part no one tells you. When you become the eighth, your life will no longer be about you. It becomes a vessel, a transmission, a living scripture. You'll find yourself in conversations that change people without trying. Your silence will become medicine. Your scars will become maps. You'll attract others who've also walked through the fire, and together you'll create a frequency that awakens dormant souls. You don't preach. You resonate. You don't teach. You embody. But the path doesn't end there. The deeper secret is this: even the eighth forgets. You will fall. You will still doubt. You will still grieve. But now, you fall consciously. You fall with grace. And every time you do, you rise faster. You forgive yourself quicker. You remember sooner. That's the real power, not perfection, but presence, not certainty, but surrender. And in that surrender, you become a lighthouse in the storm, not because you don't feel the waves, but because you've learned how to stand still in them. So I ask you now, not as a guru, not as Mr. Beast, but as a soul who's walked this path barefoot and bleeding, are you ready to stop surviving your darkness and begin mastering it? Are you ready to become the one who no longer begs for the light, but becomes its keeper? Because the protectors are watching, not to test you, not to judge you, but to welcome you. They've been waiting for you to remember. And now that you have, what will you do with it? Don't just watch this video. Live it. Let it initiate you. Let it burn you clean. Let it shatter who you're not. And when it's done, don't become a follower. Become a mirror. Because this world doesn't need more teachers. It needs more reminders. People who walk with presence so deep it wakes up the sacred in others. That's the one thing algorithms can't fake. Truth. You are not broken. You are becoming. And the moment you fully accept that, the moment you stand in your story without shame, you stop being the seeker. And you start becoming the sanctuary. This is not just a video. This is your invitation. Welcome home.